Hello everyone, welcome back. I missed you. Today we're doing episode 5, episode 5 of Techtonica. Today is the day that we start bringing things into a bus. We cover this entire area with flooring and we start our actual factory. Let's get into it. Now, the first thing we're going to do is fix our problem with fueling our miners over here. If you remember from the last video, I had a really rudimentary proof of concept going on right here. It's time to expand upon that and make it actually good. And that's what we're going to do right now. Ooh, got an achievement. Awarded for construction and placement of 10 mining drills. Nice.
Your stuff has places to go and machines to meet, Breaker. Keep building those conveyor belts.
Awesome. Okay, so I think this is about as close to a functional working build as I'm going to get over here. I'll give you a quick tour on it. I've got 6 of these planters. They are growing Kindle Vine. Kindle Vine gets pushed into this thresher, and it threshes it into seeds and stems. Now the stems are produced at such a prodigious rate that 2 other threshers just can't keep up with them. But I only have 2 going, and you'll see why in a second. The remainder of the stems are pushed over to the far side. I'll show you that in a moment. So these 2 threshers are taking the stems and converting them into extract and plant matter fiber. As you can see, I have a pretty big surplus of both the extract and the plant matter fiber. Those are brought around on this side to these 3 smelters. They are smelting the Kindle Vine extract into limestone, while the plant fibers are going over here. Now this assembler and this assembler are both taking our plant matter fiber and they're converting it into plant matter. Those are both direct feeding this assembler, which is also taking the limestone from the 3 smelters and is converting it to biobrick. Jumping over here, I've got 2 inserters from each of these feeding plant matter into this, and the excess Kindle Vine stems go on there as well. Now what these do is they feed my mining drills and my smelters on both sides. As you can see, there's a tiny little bit of backup, and so they are getting plenty of fuel. The inserters here for the smelters of the Kindle Vine extract are really the limiting factor. They just can't seem to insert fast enough to keep our smelters fed. I'm probably going to switch over to some fast inserters for these. And that would probably boost my biobrick production. But at this point, it's not totally necessary. I'll probably get to it once I get some more technology unlocked. So now I have Kindle Vine extract, biobricks, and our plant matter fiber, because I do need that for some things, being stored up and being sent out, and all 5 of these are going to be going on the bus. I'm doing this because I know I'm going to need the Kindle Vine extract. I know I'm probably going to need the BioBrick to run various machines on the bus. And I know some things use this, and if only one thing uses it, then only one thing uses it. Yeah, I'm still going to put it on the bus. Did it? And this has been the biggest hurdle in making all of this work, is every 5 minutes having to go back and crank the daggone crank generators. Hold on 1 second. Manually cranking the generators. So now I've had this little setup here that was creating some bio bricks for me, and it was working real well, but since I'm no longer going to need it, I'm just going to remove it. I'm going to finish feeding... Oh, no. I'm going to bring in all 5 of those lines, probably this way, and I'm going to feed them across this way. And I'm going to be completing this powered floor all the way over, and I'm going to be doing a lot of mining all of this out. And I gotta do something about these crank generators, because having to crank them every 5 minutes is killing me. But we'll figure that out in a moment. Hopefully the next time you see this, it will be one nice big uniform space. Here we go. So I was here laying out the floor so that I could get this thing going. And I checked out my map and I saw one green dot underneath the waterfall and another green dot back here behind the waterfall, like pretty far. So I think I don't want to mess up the waterfall, because frankly it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, I love it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off to the side here and I'm going to dig in and then dig back behind the waterfall so that I don't disturb it. Yeah. So I was coming around the side of the waterfall to try and figure out a way to dig in behind it, and I came into this place that I have not explored before, and I think this is some kind of elevator. We gotta check this out. Let's see here. Oh, there's a tape recorder. Suit Speed 3 Tech. Okay. Anything else? What's this?
This looks like a standard field setup for drilling a new shaft, but there are 2 problems with it. The first problem is that we're at the end of the line. The only thing below here is the core, and this shaft doesn't look like it was cut large enough for freight anyways. The second problem is that nobody asked me first. That's a much bigger problem. If whatever they were up to here was bad enough that they thought I would report it, it must have been very wrong or very dangerous. Or both.
Identified. Xeno material containers. No contents detected.
Very, very interesting. Maybe it needs some kind of power or setup or something. But I did check the map, and there is something way the heck down there. But I think I'm going to finish up with the stuff behind the waterfall first. Yeah. Well, managed to get to it behind the waterfall. Iron frames, conveyor belt Mark IIs, and fast inserters, and that's it. Found it. This one has some bio brick. Oh. And Shiverthorn coolant. Okay. Anything else around this area that looks cool? There's that one down there, but I don't think I can get to that yet. And then there's this area over here that I really need to take a look at. But for right now, I'm going to finish up with this floor here, and I'm going to get these lines in. Well, while attempting to dig through, I found the back end of a copper ore vein, so that means I'm going to have to move over a little bit. Well, I got a great big hole dug. Now I'm just getting some conveyor belts made up. And then all this will go on the bus way over there.
When I say conveyor, you say belts. Conveyor.
Belts!
Conveyor.
Belts!
Keep laying them down.
Oh. Slowly but surely. The factory must grow. And there you have it. A beautiful waterfall. And the beginnings of our main bus. Now I'm not sure exactly how efficient this is going to be, because I can't seem to figure out exactly what the creation calculations for everything are. But if we need more of something, we can just create more of something further down the line, tap new things into the bus, take things off the bus as we go. This is going to be an evolving project. All of this area is going to be factory, and it's going to build us everything that we need. This is going to be fun. Here we go. Alright, so I've got the bus in. I accounted for the possibility of 15 separate things on the bus. I'm not sure it's going to be that many things, but just in case it is, or just in case I need the extra space, it's all set up for it. Right now I've got it producing power floors and conveyors, and I'm going to continue to expand this out. But right now, the main thing is I got to crank these things every 5 minutes, and it's driving me insane. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and try to find out where to put these water wheels I've got in my inventory here. I know I've seen them. Here they are. Water wheels. So I'm going to investigate where these are going to go in and set up power. I'm assuming that I put one of these in the river and it's going to generate power for me. Or at least I'll be able to hook it up to a crank generator to generate power for me. And that's going to be my next thing.
Fun fact, Breaker. Before they adjusted our suits for them, those creeper plants used to reach out and try to grab anybody who walked by. Got so common that it became a rite of passage for people who joined Deep Recon. Spaghetti got her call sign off of it.
Wow. You kidding me? Oh. There's already a hydroelectric plant set up. Why didn't I explore this area sooner? Oh. This could have saved me so much headache. Alright, looks like there's a million things to scan and check out. Waterfall from heaven. Jeez. Alright, let's figure these out. Okay, so I got the water wheel tech. Ooh. 3/4 of the way to blue fragments.
The sooner you scan these water wheels, the closer you'll be to never having to turn a crank generator again.
Jeez.
We should check out that office, too.
Thank you for that. And yes, I will check out the office, because I see a tape recorder. Haha! What's the tape recorder have to say? Voltage auto step. Voltage auto step. This thing. Fallen rock. Ouch.
If this rock had fallen on the facility from above, the protection zone around the structure would have held it in place until it could either be pushed away or drilled apart. For it to have punched through like this, the weight would have had to slowly penetrate the protection zone over... Honestly, I don't know how long. A lot longer than we were going to be here.
Huh. Okay. Okay, so that looks like it goes there in a 2x3 gap.
Task inbound. Water wheel. Used to generate hydroelectric energy for crank generator automation.
Very cool. So let's build out this platform area here a little bit. That looks like that should go there. And let's drop a crank generator right there, because it looks like that's what it's going to call for. Yup. So the water wheels automatically run a whole row of crank generators. Wonder how many. Jeez. I gotta figure out a way to connect this to my base. I think that's gonna be my next priority. Looks like I should just be able to punch right through this way. I'm going to continue to explore this area for a bit. I can see something there. And there's still that thing that I need to get to. And there's just random stuff everywhere. So we're going to continue to explore, and then I'm going to try to punch through and get continuous power. I think I'm probably going to take all those crank generators that I had over there and put them over here and just build a big old hydroelectric production plant. That's the plan anyway. Let's see what we can do. Let's drop this one here. So it's running these generators now. Power converters 3, water wheels 2, maximum charge 150 kilowatts. Power converters 3, water wheels 1, max charge 150 kilowatts. Interesting. Okay, let's do some more investigation. Let's go up inside of this area and see what we can find. Advanced circuits 800? Oh man. Hold on. Oh, okay. Bypass that.
I like the way you think, Breaker. Why fix the door when the ceiling is wide open?
Yeah, I just hope I don't step on anything that collapses on top of me or something. Oh, hello. New database entry added to the expedition. Here we go. Okay, that's some interesting story. What else do we have in here?
Facility access door unavailable.
Right.
Refer to display panel for self-repair requirements.
Oh, tape recorders. What do we got? Cool Dense 3. Okay. And Accumulation 3. I can only assume that's a boost to our accumulators. Another laptop. New database entry added. The World Bearer. I want to know how the heck these laptops are staying powered. This thing's not plugged in. The battery has lasted for potentially hundreds of years. The way she was talking about the way this kind of caved in through the roof. I want a laptop with a battery that'll last 100 years. I want a laptop with a battery that'll be able to be charged for more than a year. Without just keeling over and having to be plugged in all the time. Well, let's check out that entry. And clear this thing off of here. The World Bear. You can go ahead and pause and read that. So I was just looking at this and I noticed something. So these crank generators are producing, if you look down in the lower left there, producing 100 kilowatts out of a theoretical 150 kilowatts. These are producing 150 kilowatts. So 2 of these will run 3 cranks just fine, but 1 will not run 3 cranks. So I'm gonna try to experiment to see how many cranks this will actually run with the 2 wheels. Okay, I think I got it figured out. So these should be producing 150 kilowatts. They're currently producing 120. I have 5 crank generators hooked up to these 2 water wheels. But if I get rid of one of them, they produce their full rated amount. So it looks like 1 water wheel can turn 2 cranks. And so that's how I'm going to build this up over here, is basically 4 of these for every 2 water wheels. Let's do it. So, change of plans. I do not have water wheels unlocked. So, the new plan is to make this the priority. 180 plant matter frames, 2400 iron, 2400 copper. So we're going to head back and we're going to start gathering up all of this. So I managed to find a little cave here and dig a little shortcut here, and it popped me up right behind where my core composer is at. So that's nice. So what I've done is I've parked a couple of boxes over at the beginning of the bus, and I've got a couple of inserters just getting ready to fill these boxes. 2,000, 2,500. And what I'm doing 2,000 is I'm basically just filling the whole rest of the box with our limestone, because I don't really have any way to program the inserters to tell them how many exactly to insert into the box. So I'm kind of having to do a physical workaround here. This way, it'll fill up these 5 spaces, giving me 2,500 ingots, and then stop. That way, if I'm off doing something, it doesn't just fill the entire box with ingots, which could be a bad thing. No point in wasting resources. As for these plant matter frames, we are just going to go ahead and temporarily set up an assembler and just have it go to town building some plant matter frames. Okay, now this is producing plant matter frames. Very slowly. Are those 2 inserters going to be able to keep up? Yes, they are. Okay. Looks like this single inserter here is going to be able to keep up as well. I need 180 of them. Ooh, awarded for the construction of 10 plant matter frames. Interesting. New achievement unlocked. Not sure exactly, whoops, how many are in a stack of plant matter frames. I can only assume that it's 500. Awarded for the construction of 10 plant matter frames. Thresher refresher. Maybe it was telling me I was close, and then I just got it. Let's just do this. And so while that is doing all of that, I'm going to start digging a hole so that we can connect our new would-be hydroelectric plant area to our main base. While I'm digging out my connecting passage here, I just wanted to drop a friendly PSA. All of us, I think, should benefit from. Drink water. Your body needs that stuff. That's all. Well, I've got the main base connected to the hydroelectric area, but I'm drawing way too much power for this thing to keep up. So let's head back there and crank the generators and try and get all these resources that are necessary for us to upgrade the terminal, get to our next level of tech, and go from there. Dreaming of Electric Sheep, awarded for constructing 100 electrical components. Got a new achievement. Okay, so after a whole lot of manual placing, I put enough cores down to get the core composer. Once the core composer is complete, this is where I'm going to put it, right behind my original core composer. And the new core composer is built. It begins again. The building of the second core composer is coming along perfectly fine. I've got to do a bunch of manual digging just like I knew I was going to be doing, but that is the way of things, and so that's what's going to happen.
You're starting to get a nice little collection of research cores, Breaker. I won't forget it.
So while I'm still waiting to gather up enough iron, I sort of completed this accumulator array. Hopefully, with everything that we're doing with the hydroelectric power and all that, this will provide us with enough backup energy just in case. And here I am standing at the top of my 2 completed core composers. They are formed up to 14 high. And that gives me a whole bunch of technology cores I can spend, and still waiting on gathering enough iron ingots in order to upgrade this terminal, but as soon as we get them all, that's what we're gonna do. Well, we're finally there. Tier unlocked. New technologies available. Alright. See what we got.
Terminal upgraded. New technologies and recommended tasks available.
The tech tree is really opening up now, Breaker. Water wheels and mining charges are both going to be things I promise you won't know how you got this far without.
Nice.
Cooling systems will probably help you open up a lot of broken, overheated facility doors in the sector, too. And keep an eye out for those blue research core fragments.
Alright, let's take a look at our technology. Let's see here. Energy, that's what I want. I want water wheels. Got 100 cores left. Gotta find that fourth blue core fragment. Let's see here. Miner speed, mole, flatten. Mining charges. Mole tunneling. Interesting. Don't think I quite need that stuff yet, but I might pick that up. We got assembly speed, biodense 2, threshing speed 2. Alright, we can increase our speed here. That's nice. Very nice. Let's see what else we got. Increase tool belt. Monorail system. Okay. Nothing got unlocked in transportation. Alright. Well. Looks like we got a few things that opened up here. Wow. Our next terminal unlock requires Atlantum ore. I have, I think, like 4 or 5 ingots of that. That's going to be a minute. So our next goal is going to be creating some water wheels, setting up our hydroelectric area, and that will decipher a signal to give us a new location. But that's going to have to wait for the next episode. Oh, that's my tunnel over to the hydroelectric area. I'm going to call it right now before we get too late into this video. If you like this video, please leave me a like. I would appreciate it if you could leave me a comment. Let me know, what you like, what you didn't like, how you think I can improve. And if you want to continue to watch these games that I'm playing, if you like these series, if you think I'm providing some kind of value, please subscribe. I promise you that there's going to be more on the way. I'd also like to invite you to join me on the Discord. I'm active pretty much whenever I'm not at work or asleep. And I really look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care and have a good one.